Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Matt Dixon with the Night Star. Fishing Midwest with the Heart Me. The Lenny G, my boy, with the... I gotta scroll up here. With the Lightning Candy, Andrew, thank you for the rose and the Heart Me's. The first potato in Paris from Candy. And Mr. Dave, thank you. Davion, Pow Dowdy, KK. I appreciate you. Let's go, everybody. It is Friday. Friday. We made it to Friday. Isn't everyone sad? Are we sad? Elegant Fitness with the club cheers. Thank you, Elegant. Thank you, Elegant. And Poetic Emulation with the finger hearts. Thank you, Poetic. Let's go, baby. Hello, YouTube, over there on the tubes. How are we, YouTubers? Oscar, Urbato, Teddy Flows, KK. Hello, Kick and Twitch. Good morning to you guys. Sexy D with the goat. Hello, Sexy. Adrian, I love them team cheers. Thank you. Tap, 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 tap. We got news coming out here that just came out. So we have labor participation rate 62.6. The last one was 62.5. Non-farm payrolls 177. The consensus was 130. It is 177, much higher. Unemployment rate stayed the same. Bump. Miss Market got a reaction to the upside on that news. Let it digest right now. Non-farm payrolls came in higher. Tap, 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 tap. We're in narrow states on the Miss Market today. Yes, it is. Look at all them people chasing right now. They're going to get killed. Let's go. Tap, 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 tap. Donald Powell. Good morning to you. Nice and narrow. Yes. User with the goat. User with the heart me. Thank you so much. Price action is king. Yes. We are at 10,000 likes. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day. We'll be on tomorrow. We'll be on Sunday. We're on every day, as long as I don't have anything to do. All we ask that you do is tap the screen, share the live, and let's get to work, everybody. Right now, Miss Market, we are in a narrow state in position 1 to the upside, right where you want to be here on Miss Market, okay? We are going to mark out our levels here as we go up. On Miss Market, you have room up to 564 here. 564 on Miss Market. You're in position 1, and you have room up to 564. Let me get my pen out here. Thank you, Eviso. How are you, Mr. Dave, over there on YouTube now? I like it. Go back and forth, Mr. Dave. Make sure you go back and forth. AMD, let's see. AMD's in that neutral state. You're in the whip zone currently here. That's all right. We like opening in the whip zone as well. Our best plays, remember, traders, come out of these whip zone levels, okay? So keep that in mind here. The 5-minute looks good. You're nice and tight there. There's your 15. We're going to mark this out on the hourly. Boom. There we go. 1, 2, 3 type thing here. We are in a neutral state. We are in the whip zone. Above 98.57, you have room up to $100 on AMD. Under that whip zone of 96.42, you have room down to 94.50, where your 200 is waiting for you on AMD. Let's head over to Apple. Let's go, Apple, to the moon. Let's go. Apple, 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 Apple. Right here on Apple, we are in a narrow state. Where the hell are you? We're down there in position 3 to the downside here on Applelicious. We're going to mark out our 200 here on the 15 as we come back up. And then we have support right there. And let's move this back a little bit, and boom, right there. Okay, here we go. Apple, you are in position 3 to the downside. You got major support right here at 205.64. All right, 206 number. You're already getting a bounce off of it right now and a move back to the upside. Watch that 208 level. Watch 208. You got another 200 as you come back into that 208. If you can get over 208 with a retest, you have room up to 212. Back up here on Apple. Yes, it is. All right, folks, here we are. Here we go. Who is green for the week? Put it in the chat. Are you green or red for the week? Scatty with the heart me. Mark Mesa with the heart me. And the lightning. Big Bill, what's up? Welcome with the rose. We love Big Bill. User with the goat. Thank you, user. And the heart me. And then we got Sexy D over there. Green, 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 green. Good job, Colby. Green, green. Look at all these VIPers. What's up, Chris? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Good morning, Gina. Green, green, green. What else? Candy, green. Who else? Green, green, green. Welcome to the VIP, everybody. What's up, Rantham? How are you? JD Pate, get in that VIP. Get in there. All right, let's head over to NVIDIA. I like it, guys. You guys are doing so well in there. So well, so well, so well. All right, here we go. Isn't it fun when you know how to trade properly? We are in a narrow state on NVIDIA. We are in position 1 currently here on the vids. We're going to mark out our levels for you as we go up the board here. Bump, 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 bump. NVIDIA, first stop on this, 114. 114, you're in position 1. Over 114 with a retest, you have room up to 115 here on NVIDIA. If you come back through the whip zone under 111, you have room down to 109.77 on NVIDIA. Yes, it is. Let's go. Steven Silent with the lightning. User with the go. 10 o'clock, we have factory orders, but pretty much all the big news is out. Labor participation rate, 62.6. Non-farm payrolls was 177. They were expecting 130. So that's what got our move to the upside. Payrolls was up, okay? The Qs. Let's go get them Qs. Right now, we're in a narrow state on the Qs. We're in position 1. All right, we got our 5-minute 200 down here, just like everything else. 15, 1 hour, we're going to put you up there. We should have another 200 there. There it is. Right now, here's your whip zone right here, the whip zone. You are in position 1. You have room up to 487 on the Qs. Under the whip zone, you have room down to 476.50 on the Qs. Buckeye with the potato in Paris, the third one. Thank you, Buckeye. We got 2 potato in Parises on the board. Buckeye with the heart me. Thank you, Buckeye. I appreciate you. Tap that screen. We're at 26,000 as we head up to 20. As we head up to 100,000. JPM, you got it. How we doing, YouTube? I got you right in front of me. I got this right here. I'm looking at you, YouTube. Whoa, look at all those YouTubers. Holy moly, the YouTube is growing. Yo! They love Voss. YouTube loves Voss. All right, what are we doing? JPM. Let's go. Let's do it. Yeah, we're growing leaps and bounds over there on YouTube. Something like kicked in all of a sudden. Maybe because I make amazing content. Here we go. We are in a neutral state on JPM. We are in position 2 to the upside. 5:15, 1 hour. Let's roll it back. You got room up to 255 on JPM. 255. Let me mark the whip zones down here. You're nice and tight. 5, good. Wait a minute. Boom. And 15. Boom. Right there. Okay. Yeah, you got room. You are position 2 on JPM. Neutral, you have room up to 255. Coming back down, you have room down to 248. Okay? And then watch these levels if you come back through. Mark these levels down, everybody, in white. Okay? They're important levels. Mark these down, my traders. Let's go, YouTube! Yeah! Eduardo, make sure we're tapping over there, Terrence. KK, Eduardo, Barat, Oscar, make sure Teddy flows. We're tapping on YouTube. Let's go, baby. Netflix for Terrence. I like it. I like it. We're going to build that up to about 3,000 viewers every day over there. Here we go. We're going to build, baby, build. Here we go. Netflix, we are in a narrow state. On Netflix, we are currently in the whip zone. You're almost in position 1 here. We're going to mark out our levels to the downside on the higher time frames, everybody. Here we go. They all know the Voss levels are on point. Here we go. Currently in the whip zone, you got room up to 1143 on Netflix. 1143, mark that down. If you come under the whip zone of 1132, you have room down to 1125 here on Netflix. Yeah. Eat for success with the heartbeat. Candy with the rose. Thank you. Mustajaba Ali. Hello. Good morning over there. Google. The Googs. The Googaroonies. The Googlers. Let's see what we got on Google. Boom. 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 We got to tuck this down here. There we go. Google, narrow. Position 2 to the upside here on Google. Let's mark these out for you. All right, here we go. Let's break it out. Google, position 2, you got room up to 168. 168 and then 168.42 in a narrow state here on Google. Coming back through under the whip zone right here, you have room down to 161 on Google. Let's go. Tap it out, baby. Meta. We're cranking right through these. Tap, tap, tap. We're at 33,000 taps here this morning. I took a nice trade on Tesla yesterday. Yes, you heard that right. I took a no-brainer on Tesla. I'll show you in a second. Right now, Meta, we are in position 2 in a narrow state to the upside here on the Meta-Rooney. Hold on, everybody, as we come up. Let me mark these levels out first, okay? Important, 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 important. Here we go, Meta, position 2, narrow. You got room up to 593 on Meta. Under the whip zone of 571.55, you have room down to 557 here on Meta. Over to Tesla. Let's go. Tesla. All right. Bow. All right, here we go. Everybody, why did I take this short on Tesla? To the downside. Can anyone tell me why I took that short yesterday on Tesla? For a beautiful move. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Adrian Ward, thank you. Who knows why I took that short? I bet you 92% of you don't. Gotta have my agua. Too far from the 20. Nyeh. Got away from the 8. Nyeh. Andrew Wester. Break a structure, everybody. 1, 2, 3, low, boom. No brainer. That was a no-brainer break of structure play, and we teach you break of structure in the VIP. While we're on Tesla, let's head over to today's action. Let's see what we got here. What do you got over there, Bill? Well, over here, John, we are in a narrow state. I'm starting to like Tesla. Oh, boy. Hang on, folks. We are in a narrow state above 284.67 to the upside, under 279.88 to the downside here. On the 5-minute, we're nice and tight here, okay? 15-minute, right down here. Bam, let's mark that out. And on the hourly, let's mark that out and this out, okay? All right, here we go on Tesla. We know we are in that neutral state, okay? We are in the whip zone. Above the whip zone of 284.67, you have room up to 291 on Tesla. Under the whip zone of 279.88, you have room down to 271 on Tesla. What do you think? Voss should go put Tesla on the list? Huh? Let's go. Tap it out, everybody. Tap it out. You got it, Mr. Dave. Very good. Very good. Origination? No, Eduardo. No. Mr. Dave. Once again, folks, the VIP is open. We had VIP live training last night again. Put on another clinic. Here we go. You're going to head over to theVossTrading.com. If you had another losing week again, and you had a losing week last week, and you're having losing months, we will teach you how to trade, folks. All right? Look at all the VIPers who were green this week. They all in the beginning were like, I don't know. Should I join this guy? He's a little crazy. Ask them if they would join again. Ask them if they would join again. You're going to head over to theVossTrading.com. You can click the link and they are all in our bios, folks. YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, you'll see it. Or just go to theVossTrading.com. $25 a month, $275 for the entire year will get you in the VIP, baby. Let's go over to Boeing. Boeing, here we go. We are in a narrow state. We are in a narrow state on Boeing. We are in position 1 to the upside. Let's mark this out. Bam, 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 bam. We're going to put you at the whole number up here, folks. We are going to put you at the whole number. All right, here we go on Boeing. You are in position 1. First stop, 185. Over 185 with a retest, you can look to 186 here on Boeing. Under the whip zone to the downside, get under 182. 182. Very important. Then you have room down to 180 here on Boeing, but get under 182, not the whip zone. 182. Mark that down, my beautiful traders. Mark that down. Love yous. What else we got? We got 2 potato and Parises on the board so we can get to them roses. What's next? Where's Katana Lim? Where's Katana Lim? PLTR, I got you. Put your tickers in the chat, everybody. I will get to them all, but you got to keep putting them in, all right? Put them in, put them in, put them in. No muting unless it's absolutely necessary, mods, okay? Let me mark this out. Okay, perfect. Right now, we are in a neutral state here on PLTR. We are in position 2 to the upside on PLTR. First stop, you're at 119.17, right up there, 120. Bam! Hold on. Let me put these babies in as we come back down the other way. 115. All right, you're in position 2. You got room up to 120 here on PLTR. Neutral. You are in a bearish state, and you are in a bullish position, so keep that in mind. 120. Mark that level down here on PLTR. Under the whip zone of 116, you have room down to 115. You need a retest at 115 to go to 114, everybody, here on PLTR. Let's go over to XRP. We got to get them crypto kitties in. Hold on, everybody. Well, what's wrong with XRP? What's wrong with XRP? You were in a narrow state, but you missed it, everybody. You missed it. You are over the 200, which is good on the 5. On the 15, you look good. On the hourly here, you have a problem. You're about to run into the granddaddy of them all. See it right there? Whoop. Right there, you're going into granddaddy. You don't want to go into granddaddy. okay? We don't want to go into Granddaddy. Whammo! To the downside. And on the 2-minute, you're too far from the 20. You're coming back. Keep tapping. Yes, X Factor doesn't know how to trade, folks. He has no clue what's going on. Anyone who has a picture of their vehicle, folks, let me explain something to you. It's the vehicle they wish they had. It's not their vehicle. I got a bridge to sell you. They go to AI. Please put in. They're going to put in their car that they wish they had while they're riding around on their bike in mommy's basement. Let's go. Tap the screen. Powder. Shin with the follow. Hit that follow button, everybody. Baba. Oh my God, I'm going to post my vehicle next, everybody. I'm going to put my fake Porsche on there. And they always wear sunglasses. Why do they always wear sunglasses with a fake Porsche? Can anyone? And they're not even Ray-Bans, for crying out loud. They're like your $3.99 Bradley specials. Who remembers Bradleys? Holy moly. Baba to the moon. Let's see what we got here on Baba. Whoa, we're way up there in position 3. Gap and Nap Friday on Baba. Gap and Nap Friday. All right, you're coming right into this pivot here that we would have marked out. So hold on. Boom, right there, right there. Baba Friday, you're up there. You're in a neutral state. I mean, either you're coming back down or you're napping on Baba. That's what you got. That's what you got on Baba Rooney. Zen Method with the potato in Paris completes the goal. Who hit that other one? Who got the other one? User with the goat. Measy with the heart me. Who got the candy with the I'm so hungry and the winning coin? Buckeye had the other one. All right, let's hammer them roses, everybody. We're going to hammer them. Let's see what we got here. I just do this in one shot. It's easier instead of going back 100 times. All right, here we go, folks. What's next on the board? SMCI. SMCI to the moon. Let's go. Nothing goes to the moon, folks. That's just our way of messing with the amateurs, okay? All right, remember, nothing goes to the moon. Right now, we're in a narrow state on SMCI. Yes, it is. You ain't getting more narrow than that. They're like tapping, like they're like what was that called? ET. Boop boop boop. You're in the whip zone on SMCI. Above 30, 33.68 up. Under 32.67 down on SMCI. 5-minute, you're nice and tight in that whip zone. Do you see it? 15-minute, we're going to mark that out. You got room up to 34.16 here on the 15-minute. Oh, boy. We got to get over that sucker, that's for sure. We got to get over that. And coming back down, bam. All right, so here we are. We're in the whip zone on SMCI. Above 33.68, you have room up to $34, 34.16 area. Above 34.23 with a retest, you have room up to $35 on SMCI. We have a 200 here, so be careful. Coming back through the whip zone, if you come under 32.67, you have room down to 31.83 on SMCI. Yes, TEC with the roses. Joe AMZ with the chili. Akash with the rose. Thank you, Akash. I appreciate you. Lulu. Lulu. Let's see what we got on the Loosters. Lulu. Right now, Lulu, you're in a narrow state. You are in position, the start of position 2 to the upside here. 5, tight, nice and tight. 15, watch that 200 underneath you. We'll go back to that in a second. Lulu, you got that 1 hour 200 right above you. So here we go on Lulu. You are in position 2. You got room up to 276 here on Lulu. Coming back down through the whip zone, get under 267.94. 267.94 on Lulu. And let me put you at right there. Bam. Then you have room down to 264. Bam! Right there. Get under that because you have a 200 here. Okay? You have a 200 here. You have to get under both the whip zone and the 200 for a move down to 264, or you're just going to bounce around off of it, okay? You won't go anywhere. Remember, traders, as you come to these levels, if it breaks through, we do not get in. That is not a breakthrough. What is that called, everybody? What is that called? If this stock comes through right here, look, it's coming up. Whoop, 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 to the upside. We are not going long there. What is that called? Put it in the chat. 50,000 on our way to 100. Let's go, baby. TEC is hammering away over there. Oh, my Lord. Mr. Dave with the TGIF. Jared with the roses. Mr. Dave with the paper crane. Poke or pierce? Poke through. Poke through. You're welcome, Mustajab Ali. I love you, baby. Hit that follow button. Poke through, everybody. Poke through. You have to get over this with a retest and then stay above it. That is a breakthrough, okay? Not poking through the damn thing. Let's go. What are we looking at? I can't take Tempest AI. Let's see what we got here. We are in a narrow state on the Temperuni. Hold on, everybody. Narrow. Let's go to our higher levels and let's see what we got. You look good on the 5. 15, yes it is. We're going to mark us out. Boom, right there. We got that underneath us and we have that underneath us. So here we go on TEM. Narrow, position 2, you got room up to 54.50. 54.50. We're fighting for pennies here. Under 51.57, you have room down to $50 hold number here on Tempest AI. Mark that down, everybody. Apple coming your way. Let's head over to the Apple Rooney. Apple right now, we know we are in a narrow, well, I want to really call this narrow. We're in a neutral state here on Apple. We are way down there in position 3. So at the open, you can look for a move up, rejection off 208. Okay, now look, a rejection of 208 and a move down to 206. All right, if you get over 208 with a retest, you can look back up to 212 here, folks. That's where your options are currently, okay? Watch this 200 down here. Let's go on Apple. JL Haba, there he is with the goat and the chili and the rose and the lightning and the music. Yes. Thank you, JL Haba. NVIDIA to the moon. Let's see what we got on the vids here. Oh, look at that, huh? Our prior levels. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, price action is king. Yes, I'm going to use my RSI, boss. I'm going to use my RSI. Well, how are you doing with RSI? I lose every day. Well, why do you keep using it? Because I was told to use the RSI. It can predict the future, boss. It can predict the future. And then guess what, boss? What's that? When the RSI doesn't work all the time, I'll use the MACD because that's just another layer on top that can predict the future, right? And then if I put on my Bollinger Bands and all my trend lines and my charts look like this, right? With RSI, volume, and then I'll be a real trader. Okay, but are you consistently profitable? No. Have you ever been green on any month? Never. Okay. Whoops. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside here on NVIDIA. We're going to put us at 115 right there, baby. Yeah. NVIDIA to the moon. You got room. You're in position 2. You are in a narrow state. You got room up to 115. 115 with a retest to go up to 116 here on NVIDIA. Under the whip zone of 111.31, you have room down to 110. Watch the hold number at 111. Do we got it? You're narrow. Let's go, babies. Let's go. Let's wake everybody up. Are you ready? Are we ready? Woo, 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 woo. Yeah! Let's go! Oh, whoa, whoa. Who likes that, huh? We got a little light action on TikTok and YouTube this morning. Microsoft, we are narrow. We got to remove these. Bam. Let's put these in. Woo. We We are in a narrow state. Tomorrow's my wife's birthday, everybody. So we're going to have a birthday celebration on here when we go live. Maybe we'll get her on here. Let's see. We are in a narrow state, above 43, 431.13 up, under 424.94 down. On the 5 minute, you look good. You look good here on the 5. Microsoft, we got a ways down there. Hold on. 15 hourly. We get the hourly in. Off to Never Land. All right, we're in the whip zone. Above 431.13, you have room up to 437. Under 424.94, you know you have room down to 406 here. You're in a narrow state. We are in a narrow state on a lot of these today, okay, folks? It is Friday. Remember that. So, well, we're narrow, but don't take the narrow states today like you would every other time, all right? Get your 1-to-1s. Get your 2-to-1s and get the hell out of there. Get out of there, all right? Scotty with the rose. Let's go. Let's go. Diz. I'll be there in August. Anyone wants to do a meet and greet? That was a joke, everybody. My wife will kill me. Here we are. Boom. We are in a narrow state on Diz. We are in position 2 to the upside. 15, 1 hour, we got room right up to that pivot right there. Bam, and then bam, and then bam. Hold on, let me get it coming back down. Whoop, whoop. There we go. All right, here we go. We are currently in a narrow state in position 2. You got room up to 92.38 here on Diz. 92.38. You get over that, 92.50 with a retest. You got room up to $95 on Diz. Coming back down, you have room back down to 91 hold number right on top of the whip zone. Hit that follow button, everybody. Let's go. We are at 60,000 likes on our way up to 100,000. Hello, YouTube. Let's go, Tube. Let's go, Tube. Peloton. Those that everyone use those for like their laundry. Everyone I've known who's bought a Peloton, you'll see them on social media, right? They'll post their Peloton and their picture. And then after a week, they're gone. And I'll say to them, what happened to the Peloton riding? Oh, that's where I put my laundry now. Oh, brother. Come on. You all got a treadmill in your home where you got the towels on. You got the wrinkled jeans on there. Come on. They're just thrown on it. It's got dust all over it. If you were to turn it on now, it'll go. Let's go, baby. We all got that treadmill that doesn't move. We are in a neutral state. We are in position 2 to the upside. Look good on the 5. You're nice and tight. 15. Let's mark this out. That's a beauty right there. Hourly, you got that pivot there. And then we have the pivots up here. All right, Peloton, neutral state. You are in a bearish state, but a bullish position. You got room up to 707 here. Watch that, 707, okay? If you get through 707 with a retest, you have room up to 733. We're fighting for pennies here, folks, okay? On Peloton. Under the whip zone of 680, you have room down to 640. That's not too bad. On P-Tan. Mystic, what's up, Mystic, with the goat? Scotty with the roses. I appreciate you. Wow, we hit that goal already? You guys are terrific. We're going to lower it, though. Here we go, everybody. Here we go with them roses. Round 2. We're going to hammer them. Keeps the ALGO going, okay? Doing that. Keeps the ALGO going. Uber. Uber. Let's see what we got here on Uber. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we are in a narrow state on Uber. We are in position 2 on Uber. Oh, we got a pivot right here. Oh, man. We got Das pivot right there. Let me pull this back out for a second because we have if we can get over that pivot here. 87. Hold on. 87. Let's come back through here. I got to get your whip zone underneath. There we go. Bam. 15 hourly. All right, here we go on Uber. Yes, I can do this fast, folks. I've been doing it a long time. Right now, you're in a narrow stay, position 2. You're coming into this 8212 pivot right here. You got to get over this bad boy. Get over 8212 pivot, and your next stop is a daily double top up there at $87 on Uber, and it's narrow. Oh, boy. Let's see what Uber's got the juice. Remember, this is not financial investment or tax advice. This is for education purposes only. You're in the whole number right now, okay? The poke through. Watch your rejection off of this, and it'll move back down to 81.45. Under the whip zone of 80.72, you have room down to $80 whole number. Watch these pivots, everybody. You got to do a retest and wait for that retest. Do not do a poke through. You will lose every time. I'm telling you right now. Tenny flows. Let's go, Mr. Dave. Remember, the VIP is open. Who is sick and tired of losing in the market? Honestly, who's sick and tired every month? Another red month. Another red month. Another red month. Get in the VIP, thevosstrading.com. We will teach you how to trade. Period. End of story. You don't want to have your calendar on your journal look like this. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Red day, red day, red day, red day, red day, red day, red day. I don't have a green. That's your green day. Green day. This is what your month looks like, right? I mean, look at this. You got to flip that around. You need green, green, green. I can tell you right now why you're having a lot of red days. You ready? Let's tell them, everybody. Number 1, 2, 3. Why are they having red months over and over and over again? You ready? 1, 2, 3. They have no idea what cycle, state, or position are. Sorry. You got to learn it if you're going to be consistent. Got to learn those 3. Let's go over to Miss Market. It's impossible to trade without knowing that. You can't trade without knowing that. Here we go on Miss Market. We're in that narrow state. We are above 564.10. Remember with the retest. Retest. Hello. Retest. Let's go to our hourly. Let's go to our hourly now. Let's put this baby in right here. Hold on. Bump, 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 bump. You need that retest, traders, for a move up to 570. 570, okay? 570. Mark that level down. Mark it down. If you try to go through it at 570 and it rejects, don't say I didn't warn you. You'll be up in position 3 by then, okay? Zen Method with the rose. Use your lovesick with the rose. Candy. They're asking for candy. She's here. Where are you, my candy? Where are you, my candy? MU, let's go. Tap, tap, tap. We're at 67,000. We're going to do a quick tap blitz, everybody. On the count of 3, we're going to tap everybody on YouTube, on Twitch, on Kick, on TikTok. We're going to tap for a minute. 1, 2, 3, go. Go, 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 go. They were expecting a 130,000 job gain in April. We had 177,000. So keep that in mind, okay? Tap it out, everybody. Let's go. Tap Josephina. Josephina with the train. Coming through the Josephina Express. Choo-choo. Hold on, the lights are going. Hold on, the Josephina Express is coming through. Yeah. Let's go. Woo. Oh. User with the rose. We're at 73,000. Keep tapping. Thank you for the roses, user. Eli Lilly. Let's go. I'm putting in new soundboard features into TikTok Live Studio. So be on the lookout for that. You might hear once in a while, yes, it is. Here we go. We are in a neutral state on Eli Lilly. We are in position 1 to the upside on Eli Lilly. Let's go to our 5. We got to pivot right here first, okay? Before we get up to our 200, we're going to mark that pivot out. You got another 200 right there. That's okay. Let me get you down here. Right there. All right, Eli Lilly, neutral state, position 1. You got room up to 84, 845, 66. 846, okay? 846 on Eli Lilly to the upside. Under the whip zone. Right here's your whip zone, everybody. Whoop. Under the whip zone of 793.29, you have room down to 768. Mark that down. 768 on Eli Lilly. Thank you for the follow, Bobby Litro. That's what I'm talking about, Bobby. Yeah. You don't hear that name around much anymore. Bobby. Good name. Galileo with the follow. Galileo. Thank you, Galileo. Asim Karawalia with the follow. Yes, Nike. I had Nike golf shoes. I didn't even realize I had Nike golf shoes, everybody. Here we go. Bam, bam. We are in a neutral state on Nike. We are in position 2 to the upside here on the Nike-Rooney. So hold on. Just got to mark these out, everybody. Hold right there. Bam. Hold on. Bam. All right, here we go. Nike, position 2. You're in that neutral, narrow state. You got room up to $59. $59. You also have room back to 57, hold number, coming back the other way, okay? If you do come back through the whip zone, you got to get, you have room down to 57. Then you have to get under 56, 57 for a move down to $55. Mark it down. Let's go, Candy! Manifest, thank you for the rose, Manifest, and user. And thank you, Candy, for all those roses. You don't have to do that. PLTR. Who's saying PLTR? Atlanta Johan. I don't know. Should we keep him around? He's putting exclamation points. Should we keep him around or not? I'm going to let you vote. This is what we're going to do going forward. I'm going to let you vote people off the island. Are we letting Atlanta John stay or go? Which one? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Put thumbs up or thumbs down. What do you think? Atlanta Johan, thumbs up or thumbs down? Keep, stay. All right. We'll keep him stay. You guys like that, huh? PLTR. We are in a neutral state. Johan, you got room up to 120.17. All right, 120.17. If you come back through the whip zone, back through, you have room down to 116 and then 115 here on PLTR. We're going to head over to MU. MU, what are you going to do? We're in a narrow state. You are in position 2 to the upside on MU. Here we go. We're voting people off the island over here. That is great. You never know what's going to happen over here. Bam. All right, here we go. MU, you got room up to $80. $80, you're in a narrow state. You got to get over 80 retest for a move up to 81. Okay, that'll be your next stop. Under the whip zone of 77.65, you have room down to $77. Under 77, you have, with a retest, you have room down to 75.40. Some of these narrow states have resistance to support directly in them. All right, so be careful. Don't out of the gate say, we're narrow, let's go, boom, we're in, and then we reject, and you're like, oh man, and then it goes. You're in one of those right now where you get a lot of this. Look, narrow, going short, oh man, comes back through, and then whammo. You miss this move because you're jerking around over here on the first candle. Okay, so be careful today. Say my name. All right, I'll say your name. You ready? Are everyone ready for this? Zen Zenzelwi Dube. Zenzelwi. Am I right? Mustajab Ali. Am I right? Is that his name? Zenzelwi. If I'm right on that, I'm going to get up and do a dance for you all. Am I right, Zenzelwi? I bet you I'm the only one who has ever pronounced that right. Let's go, TikTok. Let's go. See. Where is he? Zenzel. I like that name. Zenzelwi. I like that name. I like it. I love you guys, man. I love you guys. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. You're good people in here. We're in the narrow state on C. We are in position, the start of position 3 to the upside here on C. We're going to put you coming in. Yeah, right there. Coming back. Was I right? Musta, I think it's not. I think it's way, not way. I think it's way. Zenzo way? Zenzo way Dube. I like Zenzo Wee. I'm changing your name. You are officially Zenzo Wee. The hell with way. Forget way. All right, here we go. We're in the narrow state. We are in position 2 to the upside. You have room up to 71.86 on C, everybody. In that narrow state. Watch out for C. Watch out for C. Coming back the other way, you have room back down to 68.65. Mark it. Tappity tap. We're at 79,200. Those taps are getting slow. No likey. No likey. Tap it out. Jared with the rose. Steven Silent with the heart me. Thank you. He disappeared, Senzo Wee. The hell did he go? Quentin Grabowski, good morning to you. I love that name too. Quentin Grabowski. Meta. Meta, you are in a narrow state. You got room up to 593 on Meta. 593, okay? Under the whip zone of 571.55, you have room down to 557 on Meta. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap. SoFi, let's see what XRP's doing. Let's see what our friend is doing over here, XRP. Oh, we came back to the 20, everybody? Oh, isn't that so nice? Oh, man. Voss said we're coming back to the 20. Oh, man. Isn't that so nice? Yes. Not only that, folks. You were messing with Granddaddy. Look at that thing. Look at that thing on Granddaddy. You don't mess with the hourly Granddaddy, you silly gooses. Are you a silly goose? Listen to the Voss. We'll teach you how to trade. Period. Period. There was a guy on last night on TikTok. He was trading. Took 2 trades, lost them both. He was like so distraught. Like, well, buddy, you don't know what you're doing. I was screaming on the other end going, don't do it. Don't do it. My wife's going, you're going to wake the kids up. Shut up. I'm like, don't do it. Damon with the rose. Thank you. Damon. Come on. Damon. Tesla. I told you, folks, it's like driving with another person and you're trying to hit the brake. Like you see a car right in front of you and they're like, why aren't they hitting the brake? And you're trying to hit the brake from the passenger seat. Like, what the hell's going on here? The car's not stopping. That's what I do every time I see the toddlers on TikTok. Here we go. We are in a neutral state on Tesla. We are in position 1. You got room up to 291. 291 on Tesla. Under the whip zone of 279.88. You got room down to 271. Sadiq Ibrahim, what's up, baby? Give us a follow, Sadiq. The hell are you all coming from? I love it. Let's go, Soxel. You never know what the hell's gonna go on in here. I mean, folks, if you want me to be like everybody else, which I'll never be, never. Ask my parents. I always went against the grain. I can do this, everybody, okay? Right now on Soxel, yeah. They talk and then they do this. They stop talking. They're looking around. What are they looking at? They're always looking up. What are they looking at? You ever notice that? They're always looking up. I don't know why. And they're never answering the chat. All right, they're just like, this is how they teach you how to trade. No! Stock sold! Narrow! Position 2! Let's go! We got to mark this whip zone there. That 200. Let's go! Need some life in that energy. Here we go. Here we go. Soxel, narrow, 2. You got room up to $13. 13.10 area here on Soxel. 13, okay? Under the whip zone, you got to get under $12. Not $12.06. $12 to the downside on Soxel. $12. What's up, Robert? The 10 TV guy. Who's seen the 100 TV guy on TikTok? Doesn't know what the hell he's doing. The hell's going on here? Netflix. They're all in here. That's what it is. All right, here we go. They're all in here going, I need to learn from this guy. I need to learn from this guy. We are in a neutral state. Get over 1139.25. You have room up to 1143. Under 1132, you have room down to 1125, folks, on Netflix. Bada bing, bada boom. Yes. Yes. Siki River with the rose. Thank you, Siki. Oh, I love making you guys laugh. Do you guys laugh when you're on here? Do I make your day good? That's the goal, to teach you how to trade, give you good levels, and make you laugh, right? Why are we all going to, you're all, not all, well, most of you are going to be down on yourself in about 15 minutes. So I figured I would make you all laugh because you're not going to follow what I'm teaching. You're going to go back to your way because of the ego, and you're going to lose. So I figured I'll make you laugh now before you all start doing this in about 20 minutes. I did it again! Son of a... Did it again! And then you have to think about it all weekend. We're in a neutral state on PayPal. You are in position 1 here on PayPal. Yes. Let's go over to our hourly here and mark this out, all right? 65.90. There's a pivot here. It's not a real strong one. We're going to put you guys at right there. Bam. To the downside here, the hourlies. Let me mark these all out for you. See, you never know when they're going to pop up. They come out of nowhere. Here we go. PayPal, position 1, neutral. You got room up to $66.61. All right, to the upside. Under the whip zone of $65, $65.35. You have room down to $64.50 on PayPal, and then $64. Boom. Okay, got it. Trini. Trinity. Yes. PayPal, no. I hit the Tesla short yesterday. Amazon. We got your Amazon. Don't you worry. Amazon to the moon. Let's see what we got here. Amazon, you're neutral. You're in position 1. All right. Let me mark this out. This is your first stop on it. Bam. Bam. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. Bam. Let's back this baby up. Back that ass up. Stay right there. Bam. Okay. Here we go on Amazon. First problem on Amazon. You're in this neutral state. Here is the whip zone right here. You have room up to 193. All right, that's your first stop. 193. You got to get over 193 with a retest up to 194. I don't think that's going to happen. Now with that 200, that looks like that. Under the whip zone of 189.60, you have room down to 187.60. $2 move to the downside here, okay, on Amazon. Watch that 200. Look at that 200. Look at that. Wah, wah. You see that? Watch that 200 to the upside, okay? Don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Poetic emulation with the lightning and the rose. We got 200 roses left on the board to complete the final goal of the day. Tesla. Want to do Miss Market? We can do Miss Market. Miss Market right here. You have support underneath you at 564. You can look for a move down and a possible move up to 570. If you come through the 564 supports, look for a retest back down to 563. All right, on Miss Market. You're in a narrow state on Miss Market. What do we know about a narrow state, everybody? We are going to get a good move out of Miss Market today. All right, we just don't know when, and we're in position 2 at the moment. So hang tight, everybody. Mustajab Ali says, I made some money by watching your lives. I always watch it for the levels. Thank you, Voss. Thank you, Mustajab. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You are part of the family, and welcome. Mustajab is doing what everyone else should be doing. Mark the levels down. Get in the VIP. We will teach you how to trade, okay? We're not some of these TikTokers out there. We are the real deal, okay? But you can go and watch and lose. You'll be over eventually. Zen Method with the roses. Thank you. Matt Dixon with the rose. They all come back. They all come crawling. Siri with the follow. James with the follow. Wisdom with the follow. Thank you. Hit that follow button. Let's get a flood of followers in here. Go. Tesla. We are in a neutral state on Tesla. We are in position 1. Now, I've traded Tesla twice in my life. Once was yesterday and a couple weeks ago, and I nailed them both, okay? The thing with Tesla is you only can trade A-plus setups on it. You can't jerk around with trying to get reversals or you're trying to hit it off this level. You must trade A-plus setups, and it'll reward you. The problem is most people that trade Tesla don't even know what an A-plus setup is, all right? So that's another whole problem. Right now, we are in a neutral state on Tesla. We are in position 1. We got room up to 291 on Tesla. We are in a bearish state currently right now. So you may whip around first before we get a move to the upside. This state has to get bullish. To the downside on Tesla, you're already set up in this neutral to narrow state. Under 279.88, okay? You have room down to 271. On Tesla. Just because things are up right now at the open, that can change in a minute. Just because, remember folks, 10 o'clock changeover. The market goes up, down, and sideways. Nothing goes to the moon. Nothing is going to bleed out. The bleeder. Where is that bleeder? We haven't seen him since. None of that nonsense occurs. That is amateur talk. Amateur talk. Stop the amateur nonsense. It's time to learn how to do this properly. You talk like an amateur, you're going to trade like an amateur. Period. End of story. Stop losing. Let's go. Meta. Don't you guys get sick and tired of losing? I mean, don't you get, if not, all right. I mean, what the hell? We are in the narrow state on Meta. You got room up to 593. 593 on Meta. Under the whip zone of 571.55. You have room down to 557 on Meta. Everyone be like Mustajab. I got you, Mustajab. You're my new buddy over there. The cues from my brother. Narrow, Mustajab. Watch 487. Watch that pivot. You got to get over 487 with a retest, okay? To the upside. Mustajab, under the whip zone of 480.69. You have room down to 476.50. What's up, brah? Matty Core says, brah, what's your target for BTC? He means target. For long term. I could care less about Bitcoin for the long term. Why everyone's jerking around with that, I'm trading setups, my brother. That's it. I'm trading my setups. That is all I do. That's all I do every day. I'm a setup trader over and over and over. You all can put your trend lines on Bitcoin and try to predict the future. I'll be over here winning, trading what's currently happening. C-Dow with the tiny is 90,000. 10,000 away. Tap it out to 10,000. Go, go, go. You too must Mustajab. Sida with the hand heart. Sida, Damon, Steven, Zen, Poetic, Matt Dixon, Siki, Jared, Steven, Silent, Candy, Manifest, User Josephina, the Queen, Zen Method, User Lovesick, Mystic, Scatty. Look at them all. JL Haba, they're tapping. We got TEC, Brad, Mr. Dave. As we come up the board here, Joe AMZ, Akash, Big Bill. I love that name, Big Bill. One of my friends, his father's name is Big Money. Measy, here we go. He owns a farm in Georgia, a peanut farm. Buckeye, Steven Silent, Mark Meza, Scatty, Davion, Andrew Esther, Pow Daddy. Let's go tap it out, everybody. JDM, the Lenny G, Andrew Esther with the first gift of the day. Powder to the moon. All right, folks, I love you all so much. I'm staying on a little longer because nothing's going to happen at the Open. Not in this mess. So I don't have to worry about jumping into anything. I'll do a little dance for you. How's that? Thank you guys so much. We'll be back on tomorrow morning. Get in that VIP because all weekend you can start studying. So you can start maybe having a winning week next week. Stop waiting. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. I love you.